Hello guys, it is Triumphant here, and I am going to be playing some Dwarf Fortress today. And if you've never heard of Dwarf Fortress, it is an indie game created in 2006 and still being worked on to this day, which is kind of crazy. The creator, let's see, Toady. I'm looking it up right now. As you can tell, this isn't a very formal Let's Play, but Toady won. He just goes by Toady, and he's pretty insane. He's been working on this game for over 10 years at this point with his older brother, Zach Adams, who goes by 3-2. Anyway, and his name is Tarn Adams, apparently, and I didn't know that. Anyway, let me just pull up this little help page on the Dwarf Fortress wiki, because if you can't tell, I haven't played a whole lot of this game. There are two modes in this, or first I should explain, or I'll explain what you do in each mode. But, anyway, sorry for the Steam message. My friend's just trying to message me. There are two modes. There's Fortress mode, which is a mode where you build a dwarf fortress and try to manage all the people's abilities, or jobs and abilities, and try to survive and, if possible, thrive as long as you can. And that's what I'll be doing in this tutorial. And there's also Adventure mode, which is where you spawn as a single character, and while Fortress mode is real time, which means it's not like a board game or Civilization or the Civilization series, in the way that each like step you take is a turn, but Fortress mode runs in real time, and Adventure mode runs in turn-based time. Yes, and excuse me, that was my brother. Yes, it does run in real time. Anyway, I just got up the wiki quick start page, so I'm not completely clueless. And I've played like one game, but I got attacked by I think it was a were-badger. Anyway, enough of that. Let's create a new world. One of the main things about Dwarf Fortress is it's very, very open-ended. So almost anything can happen. Like some guy could smelt a sword and then drop the sword, which could be picked up by a dog, and a dog could bring it over, and then it could be picked up by a goblin who creates a small army and attacks the fort. I'm not sure if that's ever happened to anybody, but that's just an example of something that could happen, I think. Anyway, I made the world size medium. I just made it stay at medium because this was recommended on the quick start page. And the history is short, which means the pre-generated history. In the pre-generated history, the world has only been around for 125 years. I made the number of civilizations medium, number of sites medium, number of beasts medium, the amount of natural savagery is low, or I think, yes, it's very low, so there won't be too many savages out there. And then mineral occurrence should be everywhere, so I'm not trying too hard to find metal in vain. Anyway, let's just press Y to go, and as you can see, it's generating the world. And as you can also probably tell, the graphics for this game and the interface are pretty crude. I have a graphical enhancement. I got the Lazy Noob pack, which gives you a bunch of options to install different utilities and graphic packs, and I highly recommend getting it. I think it's actually called the Paradexis Errant Starter Pack. I'll leave a link for it uh, I'll leave a link for it, or I might just leave like an annotation or something, and also in the keep on wanting to say notes. I'll leave a description for it in the video. But anyway, it's very helpful for anybody starting Dwarf Fortress, and it just makes it a bit easier to knock down that like starter's wall, that wall in between a starting player and the actual gameplay, the beautiful, beautiful gameplay that Toady has worked so hard on in this game. Anyway, I think we've generated enough history to get started, so let's press escape, and use world as it currently exists. Like save the world and everything. And then accept. And then it just has to save everything. Just saving the offloading the units and stuff like that. And I'm probably not gonna have a whole lot of editing or anything in this, but I might edit out some of the loading sequences, but we'll see. That they aren't that long, and there aren't that many of them either. But anyway, this should load. Not responding. That's not good. It does that sometimes though, and it usually does load eventually. There we go. Saving history. And synchronizing folders. And any minute now it should. There. Okay, so now what we're going to want to do is, or what I'm going to want to do, is go to start playing. And as I said, there are 2 main modes and 1 other mode. So I already explained Dwarf Fortress mode and Adventure mode to you. But in Legends mode, you can kind of like see the history of your world and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm going to pick Fortress mode. That's just going to load. And it's just going to like go through the calendar, I'm assuming. I always assume that it's like a calendar. You can, if it's not, then please tell me otherwise in the comments. Anyway, there we go. And now the wiki recommends that we have no aquifer. Apparently, that's very important. I think I've read something about that. It's like, or I always say aquifer. So this place looks good, except that it has the aquifer. So we're gonna try to find a place that doesn't have an aquifer. Like this place looks pretty good. It's heavily forested, which it recommends. It has a flux stone layer, which it recommends. Deep metals and shallow metals, which they recommend. And the surroundings are calm. This actually seems pretty dang good. Temperate, warm. As I say, warm if possible. This place seems pretty good. Yeah, I think this might be a pretty good place to start, actually, because it's calm, has calm surroundings. It's a swamp, but it doesn't have an aquifer or anything. It's heavily forested. It has thick vegetation, and like I said, calm surroundings, and kilobarkum. I don't know what that means. And something sword? I don't know. And then, as for underground, it has clay, some soil, which they recommend for farming, shallow metals, deep metals, and a flux stone layer. So I think, wait, And for some reason, embark is like a little blocked off. But let me just see. This seems like a pretty good place. So let's just press E. And for some reason, it's not letting me. Oh, I see. For some reason, some of these places are blocked off. Alright, anyway, let's just go through and try to find. This looks pretty good. But the temperature's freezing. We definitely don't want. Let's go north a bit. We want a warm temperature if possible. This is temperate. Let's go a bit. So now we're in warm. But we want a good amount of trees. And we want no aquifer. Those are like some of the two important things. We definitely want at least some kind of metal. And if possible, we want. Now here we go. If possible, we want shallow metals and deep metals. This place seems a lot like the place to the south, but I think the only difference is the temperature is warm and the surroundings are wilderness, not calm. But this place seems pretty good. Let me just see like a couple more. This is hot. I don't know if we want hot. You know what? Let's just go with this place. Deep soil. Clay. I don't really see too much of a difference except that the soil. I think we'll just want. I think we'll want this place because it has some soil. Anyway, I'm probably overthinking this a bit, and I'll probably just leave an annotation that allows you to skip past all this world generation and stuff. Anyway, let's just embark. And what does it say? You know what? Let's just go for easy start made for new players. No rat meat. Do we need some rat meat? Have pretty good characters. Oh yeah, let's just embark. I don't want to draw this out too much. I am ready. Alright. So it's going to take a sec to load. It's going to say not responding, but it should be okay. And any minute. There we go. I don't know if you can hear that music. I forgot if I turned off the in-game sound. This game has nice acoustic music. Anyway, you have arrived. You have arrived. After a long journey from the mountain homes into the forbidden wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Udhar Duduk. Or Dudok. I'm pretty sure that's the, like, god in my world. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Yeah, sustenance, I think. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, whether by bolt, plow, or hook, you must provide for your dwarves. You're expected a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the dingoes get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place. Mosumbim. Room slings. Strike the earth. Alright, anyway, let's go. Alright, so here, the game is paused. And here's what my graphics pack looks like when you're actually like in game. So let's just go through what we have here. We have Likat Mubun Fight, and he's a miner. He's a proficient miner, a novice, and all that stuff. Adequate dancer. Ooh, he's a charmer. Novice woodburner. Adequate. I already read that. Poetry. Okay, so he's our miner. Down here we have Ude Lajamukush. These names are killing me. Oh yeah, and also let's just get rid of that minimap. So he is a planter, so he can help us farm. He's an adequate brewer, adequate cook. He's a proficient grower. I mean, he's a planter, so. He's a novice herbalist, an adequate dancer. Seems like a lot of these guys are adequate dancers. Anyway, this guy seems pretty good. Overall, he's pretty good in a lot of stuff. Here we have Ast Ruthus Meng. He's a mason. I should just pronounce their nicknames. Ast Distant Lashes. Yeah, that's a lot easier than Ruthus Meng. He's a proficient mason, a proficient stonecrafter, and a novice dancer. So he's like our mason, stonecrafter guy. Is there a dwarf there? No, it's just a chicken. And I don't think we've seen this guy. There. I see him there, but he's being covered by a chicken. There we go. No, I don't want to see this straight. Oh, V, I think. There we go. So we have Rovad Merchant Oil. He's the expedition leader, so he's like the boss to these guys. He's a proficient miner, novice appraiser. What's an appraiser? I can only imagine. He is a novice negotiator, a novice judge of intent. So you can judge people's intent. He's a novice conversationalist, unlike me. He's a novice leader. Well, he should be. He's the expedition leader. He's a competent dancer. He's a better dancer than these guys, I think. Anyway, since we've seen all the dwarves, we can also see. I think we've seen all the dwarves or dwarfs. We have the stray drake. A drake. I thought a drake was like a dragon thing or something. Stray horse, tame. Oh wait, what? Is it drake? Oh wait, a drake is is that like a male duck or something? I don't know. You guys have to point that out to me. Stray duck, stray hen, and these are all tame, by the way. Hen, hunting dog. That's gonna be useful. Turkey hen. And we just have a ton of these stray cats and dogs, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I've heard that stray cats, if they multiply, they do multiply pretty quickly, and they can lag up your game a bit. And we also have another stray horse. Yeah, so basically we got a lot of ducks and hens and dogs and cats. And a turkey, I think. I forgot this guy. I forgot three guys. What am I thinking? So this guy's a hunter. He's a skilled dwarf. I've heard fans of the game pronounce it dwarf rather than dwarf. Anyway, he's a skilled marksdwarf. Adequate discipline. So does he whip people? Does he lash? Not lash. Does he paddle people? He's a novice dodger. He's a novice ambusher. He's a novice leader. He's a novice teacher. He's a teacher, so he could be our teacher and paddle anybody who's mischievous. He's a competent dancer, competent musician, so he's good at dancing and singing. And I guess music is different than singing. And novice singer, so that's good. Anyway, here we've got Kozoth Tombsbeard. He's a skilled axe dwarf, adequate discipline, novice dodger, novice woodcutter, novice leader. This guy seems a lot like the other guy. Novice teacher, adequate dancer, and that's about it. This guy's a novice carpenter, adequate butcher, novice tanner, novice gem cutter, novice gem setter, novice woodcrafter, adequate bone carver, novice building designer, novice dancer, and adequate musician. Okay, so I think we've covered all the dwarves and most of the animals. Let's just get a little feel for our surroundings. We have a trunk, like a tree trunk here. We have a bunch of little tree trunks scattered all over the place. We're in like kind of like a forested area, so we have a tree over here. And since I'm like a layer, if I went a layer above, you'd be able to see the tops of the trees. Those are tall trees. Anyway, we have some trees over here, and to this area, there's a faster way. There we go. To this area is just mostly tree trunks and grasslands. And over here we have some gems. Wow, that's good. Yeah, so we should start mining those gems. We should also start mining into this mountain. This is actually a really good area. Anyway, we have some gems, like a grassland area, some rocks, some boulders, and a bunch of little plants, like yam plants. And then here is our wagon. So inside the wagon we have a bunch of stuff. We have a bunch of willow wood. We have a copper pick, iron anvil, copper crossbow, a quiver. So I'm guessing those two are for a hunter. Copper bolts, which can be used to make crossbows. Helmet spawn bag, pigtail seeds, cave wheat seeds, sweet pod seeds, and rock nuts. So yeah, we got a good amount of stuff in there. And also, I think there's even more. Nah, it's just like. Anyway, so let's go to you just to make sure that we got everybody. Yeah, we did see the butcher, I think. And then we have 28 pets or livestock. That's kind of crazy. We have multiple turkeys. I didn't realize that. And we have nobody dead or missing. But as the game points out, the year is still young. And there's much to come. Anywho, so we saw all the animals and people we have. So I'm gonna press D, and press D again to start mining. Then here, let's start mining to the mountain a bit. Box select. There. That's a bit strange. I'm not sure why. And let's just see if they will mine that. It's not usually blue, so I'm not sure why it's like. Yeah, they're mining it. Good. Okay. But he has no job now for some reason. For some odd reason. Is he not able to get past a certain point? D. Let's see. Probably. So, currently, I have no idea who this series will appeal to, because anybody who actually plays Dwarf Fortress will, it'll be painful for anybody who actually plays Dwarf Fortress, because I'm not very good at this game. And anybody who doesn't play Dwarf Fortress will probably find it boring, so I guess this will appeal mostly to people like me who are just starting out, and then hopefully as we go along, I can get better at the game, and it won't be quite as painful for the people who are better than me. Anyway, I say anyway a lot, by the way. So, let's... Does that work? Let's unpause. Are they gonna go mine that? Do I need to go layer down? Right, let's see what's a layer down. Oh, here we go. I think this would work actually. So we already have a little cave down here, so we could I don't know if it's exactly a cave, but we could mine into that. Let's turn off box select for a sec. See, will he go down and mine that? please tell me that he'll go down and mine that. No job. Okay, so maybe this down here. I'm thinking these arrows mark a change in evolution. So, or elevation. I don't know why I said evolution. So I'm thinking maybe it's still blue for some reason. It's usually like a dark brown. I might just cut back after I have this figured out. But if I'm able to get it figured out soon, then I'll probably just leave it in. Anyway, if I figure this out, then I'll get back. Or if I figure this out soon, then I'll just keep this going. But if it takes me a little bit, then I'll probably just cut. So either see you in a bit or not. There we go. Alright guys, I think I've finally figured it out. I think I was trying to mine into whatever that is. It's almost like underground cactus or something. But anyway, I think I've finally figured it out because it's just like a normal brown color rather than that weird blue. So I think, yeah, he's mining now. So good. So what people usually do in Dwarf Fortress is they start mining into a mountain or a cave or something like that. And then they build multiple rooms for different stuff, like they might have one for making beer, which is something that the dwarves find it very hard to live without. They might have one for making like stuff with wood, for wood crafting. They might have one for farming, but it's just stuff like that. And then some dwarves will ask for offices if you assign them to certain jobs. So there's stuff like that, but we'll get into that a bit later. So we've got a good amount of gems over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a stockpile. I'm gonna start putting some stockpiles after they mine this all out. I'm gonna start putting some stockpiles, and I'll put one for stones, for like stone and other garbage type stuff. Or it's not garbage. I didn't mean garbage, but like leftover stuff that's not like necessarily a treasure. And then one for furniture and all that stuff. So we're gonna mark that from. Whoop, I didn't mean to do that. So we're gonna mark that and a little area down here. Let's just do like this. Then let's unpause. Resume. And they'll mine that out. One thing I do kind of wish, there's probably a mod for this, is that there's an option to speed up the game, like in games like Stonehearth or RimWorld. Or I think there's an option just in Stonehearth. I don't have it, but I've watched some gameplay. But yeah, in games that were inspired by this, there's an option to speed it up, which makes stuff like mining and building not quite as don't want to say grindy, but not quite as slow. Slow is definitely how I would describe mining. Although it is nice when you get all the stone and gems that you can build with. So it looks like they found some more gems, some more garnets. So that's good. We can probably make stuff with that, and if trading, it said that in there. And if like a group of merchants come by, hopefully we won't have any traders. If a group of merchants comes by, we might be able to trade the gems to them for some money, or I don't know if there's money exactly, but for valuables. Alright, so nice. So now we've got this little area down here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start setting up. Whoop, is that not stockpiles? P is stockpiles for some reason. So I'm gonna start making some stockpiles for stuff. Like for example, let's make a stockpile for furniture, because we have a good amount over in the wagon. So let's just let them bring some furniture over. Are they hauling? Oh yeah, they're storing it. So now we've got most of our furniture inside. Or we're going to have most of our furniture inside. That's good. So another stockpile that we'll want to have is weapons. So let's make it about that big. This will be kind of like our room for some of our stockpiles. So they'll start bringing the weapons over, like they'll start bringing the crossbows and bows and anything like that over. Unless there aren't any weapons for some other reason, I'm not sure why that would be. And then let's press P again. And then we'd have one that's really important is a section for food. So let's make that. Let's make that in this room up here, because we're gonna need a bit of a bigger stockpile. And what is this on the floor? Is that just? I think that's just grass. Yeah. Oh, whoop. Oh, I did not mean to do that. So I'll just remove that. So I'll just remove that, and then there we go, and there, and then for food, let's just make that from here to there maybe, so that looks good. So they'll start bringing the food over. Resume. Let's resume, and then there we go. We've got the food coming over to that area, and I'm not quite sure what section stone and gems would go to. They probably wouldn't go to the same section, but I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Refuse sheets, gems. Here we go. Gems. Let's build that. Let's make that like right about there. We don't have that many gems, so let's just do that. And then they'll start storing the gems up there, like so. And then there probably is a section for stone, and there it is, stone. Yeah, we have a lot of stone, so let's just make that one outside because we don't have a whole lot of room. So let's just make like a big stone section right there. And we'll start bringing all this stone from in here up to the stockpile up there. Anyway, our dwarves are nice and busy now. So that's good. You want them to be busy so they're not complaining about the environment. Wait, what's he killing? A return kill. Okay. I'm just gonna quick check on what our animals are doing. It doesn't say what they're doing. Okay. I'm not quite sure why they aren't moving the stone. Yeah, that I'm not sure. Is he carrying stone? He's probably really heavy or something. Yeah, he's carrying it. Yeah, it's just really heavy. Okay, so this is gonna take him a little while. Anyway, I think they've got a good amount of what we had. Is that a dead Wolverine mutilated corpse? What? Why is there a Wolverine corpse on my front lawn? Oh, what the Anyway, I have no idea what that's about, but that's why we're gonna need a refuse section. So let's put that outside so it's not stinking up our fortress, and that should be good. I'll probably move that Wolverine corpse, hopefully. Our hunter hunted a Wolverine? What? Our hunter is awesome. Yeah, but anyway. Hopefully they'll move that Wolverine corpse over to the refuse. I think that's what refuse is for. I don't know. Maybe I'll need to make a corpses one. But I remember the corpses going to refuse for some reason. That was a loud car. Anyway, so I think I might end this soon enough because we're in a pretty good place. And next episode we'll probably start working on building and expanding our fortress. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end it right about here. I'll end it by zooming in. Those are roach remains. I'll end it by zooming in on where's the Wolverine corpse? Here. So just anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and like it. If you disliked it, then dislike it. I don't care. If you really liked it, then go ahead and click subscribe. I'll be releasing these videos pretty regularly, so if you enjoyed it, then just know that there's more to come. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed it, and bye.